Hello there my YouTube friends, welcome back to another unboxing. This time the Wolverine from the Wolverine. Yeah, it's Wolverine again. I absolutely think the character is amazing. I really do love the Wolverine. So a lot of people disliked some of the movies that was there, but you kind of felt Hugh Jackman's portrayal of him. He done a freaking unbelievable good part of it. And I just love the character. Even before Hugh Jackman thing, Hugh Jackman just made it explode for us. I already sort of liked the idea of the Wolverine. The fact that you back this bugger into a corner and he's going to come out swinging and he's going to win. It's sort of the way I like to sort of think stuff myself. You didn't want to back me into a corner. You don't want to tell me I can't do something because I'll come out swinging. Simple as, I'll come out swinging. So there's the front of the box. Looks absolutely superb. I love that front end of the box. That is pretty cool on the side. It shows the actual figure itself. It tells the MMS 220. The back again, it's the same thing. You've got the people that actually worked on it and the sort of character itself with the wood closing. Damn good looking. Front end's the same. This one, the actual front end comes off of the box, so I'm going to have to be careful. I'm going to actually switch this to pause while I take the front end off, just in case everything falls out. Thankfully, it didn't fall out, so that's good. The inside of the box, pretty good. Sort of the Japan style. You do it with the white background and the red. And then slip this down, nice and smooth, so hopefully nothing will fall out. And boom, there you go. I know you can't see it very well because there's obviously light shining on it, but we will get the stuff out. Some of the things have begun to fall out, as you may be able to tell that. You might not, but some of the stuff has begun to fall out. So what I'm going to do is we will get out the accessories and everything else that comes with it, put them in the light box, and let you see what you get. Here we go with what I got with it. I don't know whether he's supposed to come wearing this stuff or not, because obviously I got him on the second-hand market. I got him at a really cheap price. That's why I picked him up. So he came with sort of these other alternative pants and what have you on. So these I couldn't say whether that truly the accessories or not, because I don't know. All I can do is show you this is how I got the stuff. So what you got first off is his katana sword that he got. That is die cast. That's pretty good. I've no idea what that actually says. Maybe if there's somebody out there that can translate that and not be a funny bugger about it, then that would be ideal. You can translate it for it. I think that is a beautiful piece. I don't know whether he's actually got a hand that can hold that thing or not, but hey, you got it anyway. See, I've got the black pants, which I end up putting these on, I think, at some point. They're sort of a nice enough feeling material. You got spare hands. Yes, that's pretty good. You get a couple of those, and you get a couple of stands out there again. So you can have them holding the katana with either one or both with these hands. Though I don't know whether you'd fit both of the hands on there or not, but you get one spare wrist peg. I don't know if you're supposed to have two when you get it, but like I say, you get on the second-hand market, you get what you get. And I've got the one in there. You have a very, very bog standard base plate with the Wolverine and Wolverine written on there. And of course, bog standard crotch grabber. You have his tie. You have this thing, which this thing isn't meant for anything other than to stop the actual dark materials of these things touching the skin of the character, so that they don't actually sort of mark the skin of the character, you know what I mean, so that it actually doesn't wear any of the blackness onto the character itself. So this is literally just to protect the character from getting marked up from these things, because you have his black shirt, you know, which that one doesn't unfasten, it's been thingied in, so you need to take his head off in order to get that on, which it shows you in the instructions. You have his jacket on there, which by the looks like, if you're supposed to fasten them buttons, I would not like to have to faff around with that. I don't think they're open. I think it has to stay open, because I wouldn't like to have to bloody faff on with threading a bloody buttons through there, I'll tell you that for nothing. And then you have these big, sort of almost trench coat style jacket that goes over the top of it. So there you go, guys, that's what you're getting with it. Let's get out the character, show you how he came for me, and then we'll get him sort of probably dressed up, looking more like the iconic The Wolverine character himself. So this is technically how I got him. I had to put his t-shirt on him, because I did get him without his t-shirt on, so I did put a t-shirt onto him. But this is how he came. Now, I'm not trying to hide his head sculpt, because I will show you that in a second. I'm just put him in a little bit of a pose, just so you don't just stand there doing note. The eagle eye, you can see that he is on a stand. That is only because I've spent 15 minutes off the camera trying to get him to stand up in this light box, and it's just, I had him standing for all of about 10 seconds. I literally got myself in position to start filming, and it fell over again. And I'm not going to spend an hour and a half just trying to get him to stand up in there. He will stand on his own, so don't get me wrong, guys. He will stand on his own on a hard enough surface. He will stand on his own. Just this light box is a very, very soft surface and very pliable surface, so he's just not standing on his own. So I've had to put him on his base just so I can get this review done, because otherwise I'd be here for God knows how long trying to get him to stand up. But as you can see, yeah, he's pretty decent. I like the way they have on his hands, it looks like he's got like his hairs, and his hairs on his arms here, which I know you might not be able to see fully there. Itch pulling in faces is nice and easy to do. But there you can see, look, on his hands and on his arms, you can see like the hairs there. See the musculature, his elbows. Yeah, I think that's pretty damn good. Articulation wise, you can already see there his arms are as high up as they're going to go, because of where the joint is. Yeah. And we'll just move that one out the way. You can see it goes very straight. You have good articulation in the wrist. Twist all the way around. You have decent enough articulation, so you can see there where the circle is, then it's going to pivot sort of up and down from that circle. So if you wanted to get it to where the thingy, then you just move it into position that way, you know, move this thing round until you get it into the position you want. Elbow wise, you can see you've got a pretty good range of motion. Shoulder joint wise, it'll pretty much go all the way around. You've got a little bit of joint motion in it, just there, not a lot. You obviously can see you don't have any in the bicep there. You'll come out as far as that. Oh, you can see one of the things are starting to come out. That's one of the things with that one, it's starting to come out a bit, but yeah, so that's as far up as it's going to go. Right, so that's where you get with that. Head wise, let's shift up the camera so we can see the head a bit better. There you go, guys. Let's bring this in a bit. You can see he looks down a nice amount there. I mean, that's, get your arm out the way, boy. You need to see this shit. You can see he looks down quite a nice way. Looks up, decent amount. You can get a bit of head tilt there, head tilt that way. The only thing that looks wrong with it when you get too thin is that you've got the very long neck again. You know, you get that giraffe style neck. Hopefully that'll be solved when you put his clothes on, because it'll take it up a couple of layers and you won't be able to sort of tell it as much. We'll get you a close up of his face, and we'll show you. Actually, what I'll do, I'll show you his legs, not first though. We'll show you the articulation in his legs, so all articulation's done, and then we can move on. So he has a bit in the waist, as you can see. Let's get him off of this thing and see what he's got. Knee, oh, nice long double bend, which is always good when you've got these types of pants on it, because then you don't get to see how bad the joint actually looks when they haven't got them on. You know, the joints in them can look really bad, but then you get really great ranges of motion out of them. Back over, you're going to get next and out. You know, that's the same with every Hot Toys figure. The back side itself sort of stops it from moving back over. Let's see what we'll get going forward. So forward, you can see there, it's not quite 90 degrees, but almost. You know what I mean? You're pretty much almost getting it 90 degrees up. So it's still pretty good. Hips outwards. Again, not quite 90 degrees. Maybe it's just over 45-ish. Ankles. You've got not a bad range of motion in them. A bit of inward tilt. So you get the chance to be able to stand them up, and they sort of spin all the way around. Upper thigh, you have got the twist on the upper thigh, so that's pretty damn good. Let's get him back on his stand just to save us having to mess around trying to get him to stand up, because like I say, he is a bloody nightmare to stand up and in this thing. It's not a nightmare to stand up on his own when you're on a hard enough surface, but on this thing, it is pretty damn hard to get him to stand up mean. Okay, and then we'll give you a close-up of the head sculpt. That there, guys, you can see. That's a damn good likeness. I don't think it's perfect, not by a long shot, but it's still pretty damn good. You can tell who it's supposed to be, and it's a good likeness to him in that movie at the particular time. Yeah, just not. Excuse me, I can barely see what I'm doing myself. Yeah, there on this bit, isn't it? So you can see, it's pretty good. I'm liking it. I think it's okay. Like I say, it's not the best, but it's good enough, man. It's good enough. So you can see, let's point down. What I like is these boots. But you can see they're sort of a little bit scuffed and worn down. So I think that's pretty good. Now what I'm going to do is we're going to put his full uniform on, his suit on, and see how that looks, and see how easy it is to do, guys. I guess see how easy it is to do. So I'll be back with you soon, I hope. And there we go, guys. That's him wearing his full kit. Now, that wasn't the hardest job in the world today. When you've got sort of fairly thick fingers like what I've got, and not got the dexterity when you're really my age, it was a bit of a faff, but it was doable. Yeah, it wasn't hard. Yeah, it was still sort of fairly easy enough to get done. Just a bit of a faff, but it's on. I'm not fucking changing it back into the other one. That's it. He will stay with those things on. Again, it's going to be finding the pose that I most like, that I'd like to hold him in and keep him in. But I'm pretty pleased with that. Yeah, it's another Wolverine down, another Wolverine to my collection. I think really there's only one more to get, and that's the Days of Future Past. I think that's the only one I really need to get to have sort of the majority of the ones I need in my collection. There's another one I'm sort of looking at, and I'm watching on eBay at the minute. That's sort of not a Hot Toys one, it's just a sort of a put together one. I'm sort of keeping an eye on that one, see how that sort of prices up as it's going nearer the time. But I mean, I'm pretty happy with that. You know, I'm not sure if you're supposed to get the wood claws with this one. with this figure or not. I'm not too sure. There didn't seem to be a place for to have them in there, so that sort of made it a bit. But either way, it doesn't bother us, you know, because I've got a set of wood claws in one of my characters, so that would be enough for us anyway. Yeah, and I'm sort of happy enough with this guy. I just need to find poses. That's my main issue now with most of my stuff is finding decent poses. So then you guys have got this character and you've got him in a really sort of good looking pose, not just a very, very museum style pose, but so that's not going to sort of wreck them too much, then please feel free to share with us. You know, I'm on sort of the Facebook groups and what have you. You know, or you'll be able to see me thingies down in the description. You can easily share with us there. Or you can make a video yourself and show people what you've got yours like. Yeah, but I'm happy. I think he looks good. There we go. There's another character to go with the collection. I'm starting to run out of places to put some of these things now. I'm going to end up having to look at getting rid of a few, I think. But I won't be getting rid of the Wolverine ones. I love the Wolverine. I love my Predator ones, so they'll not be going either. But you know, there's some others may end up having to go to make room for some other figures. But there we go, guys. Thanks very much for watching. I really appreciate it. It means a lot to me. And I will catch you in the next one. This is the Bearded Nerdy Oaf, and I am out of here, guys.
So what I believe you were trying to say is thank you.
Thank you?
You're welcome.
What? No. I didn't. I wasn't. Why would I ever say that? I mean,
Okay.